Deputy Prime Minister and leader of the People's Action Movement, Sean Richards, addressed several matters when he spoke with the news media following his statement on 26 April. One of the matters on which he commented was derived from his disclosure that PAM colleague Minister Eugene Hamilton was not completely in favor of the path PAM and CCM are taken in relation to the difficulties being experienced with PLP Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris. With a PAM-CCM motion of no confidence against the Prime Minister lodged with the Parliamentary Office, it was unclear if Minister Hamilton will vote in favour of the motion when debated in the National Assembly.
We are hoping that Minister Eugene Hamilton would vote with us relative to the motion of no confidence. However, as I mentioned in my remarks, the People's Action Movement is a democratic institution, and indeed we live in a democratic society. If his conscience does not allow him not to vote in favor of the motion of no confidence, we do respect his right to do so.
And how has all of this political, for want of a better word, instability affected the performance of each of the ministers in terms of the workload, work schedules, and that kind of thing?
I do believe that in this current atmosphere, of course, there is much attention being paid to the politics. However, I can speak for myself and I can speak to other members of the government. We have been going to our offices on a daily basis and we have been attending to the issues before us, the important issues affecting the people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Meanwhile, Richards said the door of negotiations for Dr. Harris is still open.
While I'm still hopeful, the recent attempts to get the Prime Minister to the table to negotiate with us in good faith have all failed. Maybe God has touched him and he has recognized that in the best interest of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, that the right thing to do is to come back to the table and let us negotiate in the best interest of all the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis. If he comes to the table, we are still open to negotiations.
That includes withdrawing the MONC or not?
If we're able to successfully negotiate with him, then of course the option is there of withdrawing it. If we're satisfied at the end of the day in terms of what we have negotiated with him, then of course there is no need to go forward with the motion of no confidence.
The rift with the PLP Prime Minister, PAM and CCM have reported, comes out of the Prime Minister's failure to adhere to or implement the Charleston Accord and what they have said are Harris's deliberate actions that undermine ministers and their ministries. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.